Like, I don't know if Democrats even have core beliefs. I really thought that they actually believed in a lot of the things they say, as crazy as many of them are. I thought they could actually believe that you could tax people into prosperity. They believed that men could be women and that multiculturalism was somehow a good thing. But this weekend kind of made me realize that they're just making this stuff up on the fly. No principles, no identity, absolutely no plan. But the memo hasn't gotten to most of the party because some are so stubborn and refuse to admit that they're wrong on absolutely anything. So they're still taking the wrong side of 80-20 issue. But some are turning the corner. This weekend it was, hey, you know what? We should leave this trans stuff, men and girls sports, tampons in the boys' bathroom. We should leave all that stuff to the states.
We want to make sure that these decisions are made by the communities, by the schools and others that are the ones closest to us, and then understand what we know is that we're talking about a handful of people, a handful of athletes around the country. These decisions can be made in a way that doesn't require the entirety of the federal government to come in on top of that.
So let the local communities, just like everything with schools, handle that issue. For me, though, I think, this issue is being sort of brought up in order to make sparks and see sparks fly.
I want those sports to be fair. I want those sports to be safe.
If skipping leg day was a person, I give you Adam Schiff. I'm sorry, what? Now you want states to decide stuff? What changed? All of a sudden, you're like acolytes of the 10th Amendment? Just real quick, does this mean that you now agree with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, letting the states decide that one, or is it just the trans stuff? I'm just trying to figure out what you think is right and what you think is a law and what are constitutional liberty. I don't understand. So, now you're okay with states like Texas completely banning this kids' trans stuff? Because less than a year ago, you guys were all about the federal government mandating that every state has all this kind of weird trans. What changed? I got a ton of questions here. Is it a right? Because that's what you said. Because if that changes from one administration to another, that's not a right. In fact, it's nothing. Forget the Constitution. Most Democrats don't even know what that is. They don't even understand the basic law, though. Jasmine Crockett, again, this woman keeps popping up. She's like the de facto face of the Democrat Party. You see, if there was a leader in the Democrat Party right now, someone would have told her to shut up and stop doing interviews. That's how you know there's nobody running this party, because she's out there still talking, and she doesn't even know what she's saying.
They continue to say things like the illegals and that they broke the law coming in. But what they're not telling the American people is that it is a civil violation. It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime.
Yep. Yes, it is. And to think this woman makes our laws and has bragged about how educated she is in the past.
I currently hold an honorary doctorate. I also hold a Juris Doctorate. I also hold a bachelor's. I also technically hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Civil Air Patrol.
Doesn't show, but since your overeducated self doesn't seem to know anything, 8 U.S. Code 1325, any alien who 1, enters or attempts to enter the United States at any time or place other than designated by immigration officers, or 2, excludes or eludes examination or inspection by immigration officer, or 3, attempts to enter or obtains entry into the United States by a willfully false or misleading representation to the willful concealment of material fact, shall, not may, shall, for the first commission of any such offense, because it's a law, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months or both. You can't go to jail for something that's not a crime. And you know what is super crazy about this? I would expect this woman to know that. She ain't as ghetto as she wants you to think. She can do the not like us dance. This is like the most cringy thing. Not like who? And who is us? I just want to get a bead, because, what the heck is she talking about? Jasmine Crockett is from a wealthy suburban neighborhood. She went to a private school that costs $35,000 a year, followed by Rhodes College that runs you a cool $55K a year. So what do you mean, not like us? Not like who? Not like the 1%? Is that what she meant? She's out there in a designer pantsuit with nice handbags in the halls of Congress, acting like she's from the streets. They Democrats, they not like us, rational people. It's like they're just all over the place. It's like they tried something, it didn't work. Now the party that screamed civility and high road, that used to be their platform at least.
When they go low, we go high.
I believe Americans in the public arena must tone down their rhetoric, exercise restraint, and treat those with different viewpoints with respect.
Want to restore the soul, decency in the White House.
You know this is true. The decency and respect are on the ballot in 2024.
I actually don't know that's true because now apparently Democrats are trying to find the bottom of the ditch. And since these Democrats saw the crowd go wild, like when Trump at some rally came out and said, "Bull, you know what?" they're going to try to out-profanity Donald Trump.
Well, he is a
I don't swear in public very well, but we have to Trump.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Off.
Party of decency. Cool. Their party chased down J.D. Vance with his daughter this weekend. They're just walking down the street, and a bunch of Ukraine supporters started screaming at him. The same unhinged party. They shot up a Tesla dealership in Oregon. They lit a charging station on fire. Like, I thought these people were all about the environment. They don't know that burning electrical components and firing bullets into car batteries isn't good for the environment. Plus, Elon has not changed, and he used to be the darling. Why are you shooting up his dealerships? I mean, like, you guys celebrated, and just to show you, he was like way into your pocket for a while. Less than 3 years ago, he gave one of these groups, the Hack Foundation, which you see right there, which is supposed to teach high school kids computer things. He gave them $4 million. And then you fast forward to this weekend, that same group, the Hack Foundation, was funding another group, Planet Over Profit. As you can see right there in their Twitter bio, they were directing donations back to Hack Foundation. They organized a protest that damaged a Tesla dealership. Elon probably feels like he's living in the upside down right now. And I don't know if the media knows how bad it is. Like these liberal media folks, and this shows you how bad they are at their own game, okay? You know, they're all in the tank for the left. They always have been, and they're just throwing gas on the fire right now. And I am not I'm never in the business of giving Democrats any advice that might help them, but this one is so bad that I just want to call up Nicole Wallace or whatever other Botox and rage-fueled women and ask them, like, just why are you doing this? Like, if I was in the tank for Democrats, I would make sure that I didn't give Jasmine Crockett any airtime whatsoever. Like, what good is she doing your party? Like, why are you letting her on these shows? Van Jones, the guy that if I cast like a 1 acre net, I couldn't catch one thing I agreed with him on. Even he gets it.
Look, man, we're screwed. I mean, we don't know. No, Democrats don't know what to do. This is a nightmare. The Democratic Party is going through a massive set of internal crises. You have a party that got trapped two ways. One, defending a broken status quo that nobody likes because they thought that Donald Trump was going to make it worse. But when you're defending the status quo, you're going to lose. And then offending most people in the country, calling everybody sexist and racist and transphobic and every other name, and then saying, please follow us. That's not a good strategy, folks.
Shh, keep that guy off air. I don't want the rest of the Democrats to understand that. Like, they may be the first party in like a long time to not take back the House in their first midterm.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.